Welcome to the Durham Public Library, and welcome to Bookcraft, a series of tutorials that the library will be providing to our patrons for the upcoming holiday season. Today, we will be creating book pumpkins, and you will see on the screen in front of you the supplies that will be needed for this particular project. You will need a discarded book, an orange marker or spray paint. We recommend chalk or paint markers, some super sticky glue, and we liked super tacky craft glue, scissors or an X-Acto knife, some paper clips, a length of green ribbon, and a twig from outside your back door. So here is your library disclaimer. No librarian ever in the history of the world has condoned the wanton destruction of books, nor do we at the Durham Public Library. Please do not destroy books that are perfectly good or can be used for their original purpose. However, there are many reasons that a book is no longer usable. For example, the one that is used in this tutorial had a cover that no longer stayed on and was missing the final signature, making it completely unusable in its original form. Book crafts like these allow the opportunity for at least portions of a book to live on or be upcycled and extend its life a little further. So let's get started. The first step is to color the outside edge of the book orange. To do this, you're just going to use an orange marker or spray paint, which is definitely quicker, but we prefer chalk markers or paint markers because they seem to be the most effective. Simply take the chalk or the paint marker and cover as much of the edge as you would like to be able to be seen once that book pumpkin is fanned open. Your next step is to draw the shape of the pumpkin on the book itself. You can either use a piece of white paper to create a template, or you can draw directly on the book itself. I prefer to draw on the book so that I can gauge how large and how squat or tall the pumpkin is going to be. Simply start at one end and draw a half of a circle onto the book from the top of the spine to the bottom of the spine. As you can see, we'll be cutting next. And as we cut, part of the orange that we just colored at the edge of the books will be cut off. So we will be needing to address that at the end. Once you have your shape traced on the book, it is now time to cut. Using scissors or an X-Acto knife, cut 5 to 8 pages at a time until the entire book is cut out. Each time I finish cutting out a section, I will flip that section over and retrace my pencil line. Another tip is to cut just inside your pencil line so that the cuts remain even throughout. If you cut on the outside of the pencil line, your pumpkin will grow slightly larger each time you cut. Once your book is completely cut out, use your spray paint or your orange marker to completely color the edges again. The next step is to glue your book pumpkin. Run a strip of hot glue or sticky tacky glue along the spine and then also along the edge of the back page. You will fold and bend your spine, bringing the back page around to glue to the front page. You may need to glue a few of the front and back pages together in order to make it stable. Use a few paper clips to hold the back and the front pages together while the glue dries. Once your glue is dried and hardened, it is time to stand your book pumpkin up. Fluff your book pumpkin by pulling pages around to achieve the evenness you prefer. Using a few paper clips, clip pages together where there are wide gaps in order to achieve an evenness all the way around the book pumpkin. Here is a tip that I failed to use during this demonstration, but may be helpful. When you're cutting out your book, begin about an inch in from the bottom spine. This will leave a flat surface for the book pumpkin to easily stand on. If you failed to do so during your initial cuts, you can go back and trim the bottom flat so that it stands more easily. Use any small twig and glue it to the top of your book pumpkin at the center. Allow the glue to dry fully and tie a length of green ribbon at the stem's base to complete your book pumpkin. We hope you have enjoyed this demonstration. If you have any questions, please visit us at www.durhampubliclibrary.org or call the library at 603-868-6699. Happy fall!